Facebook Marketplace, where you will find bargains on things of beauty, or just really good old stuff that's ancient, no good in a workshop anymore, but plenty good enough for me using it every now and then. I've got this for $500 with a working 3-phase motor, but I've only got single phase here, so I've just swapped it over to a single phase motor and tested it this morning with some getting 4 16-inch tyres off rims that came with this beast when I bought it. I wanted to test it before I did this job, but this is my spare tyre off of the Cruiser. It lives up under the rear of the car and it hangs down a bit, and anytime you drop off into any sort of a drop off, I suppose, bank, the spare wheel hits the ground. This is the second time it's happened now. It's flat. You can see here where the rocks have gone in and pushed that bead off of the wheel, the tyre off of the bead, and it just leaks air out. So this is an ARB rear bar. I got it because it's got more clearance than the plastic bumper, and the plastic bumper gets a bit ugly if it get your bottom out and rip it off. It was missing the swingaways, but you know, I got it cheap, so I'll eventually Raptorcoat that and fabricate some swing-away rear wheel carriers so that I can get the spare out from underneath there. But yeah, I'll go and give the tyre a bit of a clean up, bit of a hose down, and show you how this bad girl works. Well, I managed to miss the entire removal process, but we got the tyre off the rim. The rim a clean up. All the bead wall was just chockers with mud, so I've given it a bit of a clean up, bit of a hose and a scrub, as well as on the tyre. Used a brake fluid cleaner to suck the moisture out of the tyre. One thing I did mention in the other video, and it's important, that there is rubber lube. There's tyre change paste wax you can get, and you know, it's in a tub that just sits in that device there with the little brush. The belt slipped when I didn't use the drive belt in this. Slipped when I didn't use the tyre lube, rubber lube. So yeah, if you're going to grab one of these or use one, well, same as doing it by hand, you know, rubber lube your friend. So let's see how much of the process this camera angle can tap. It took only a minute or so to get off, and my God, it's an amazing difference compared to using, you know, just levers and a bead breaker. I had tyre pliers in an old ute I had that got stolen, tyre plier bead breakers, and they work good on the track. You know, I fixed a lot of puncture repairs on 35-inch muddies on my old GQ, which interestingly, or not interestingly, that's where this channel got its name. I started it years and years ago just to put little videos up of four-wheel drive, and I had a nice GQ ute. I'll flash a picture up now. And hand built a lot of suspension parts with a couple of mates in Bundaberg. Back in the days when the suspension parts you could get off the shelf didn't work very well, and it was a beast, but someone obviously needed it more than me, and you know, I'm still going to use tools now, like 10 odd, well, maybe 14 years later, that were in that rig that was just so well set up. Anyway, enough chat about that. Bit of lube around the tyre bead. Alright, my valve's over here. Where do I need that? Away from where we're going to get the tyre down. Put it at the about this 2 o'clock position. Alright. You can often pop the first bead on without really trying. But I haven't got this secured down and it's wobbling around a bit, so it's not an option for us today. Alright. It's that easy. I probably stood in the way of the whole thing. What do we do here? Duck under the head or something like that. It's that easy, and I'm not even used to using this thing yet. It's amazing. Probably the best 580 bucks I've spent next to the hoist. Anyway, now time to pop the bead. I just use straight air blower with no valve in the tyre to get the tube seated, and then we'll bring it up to pressure the normal way. That one took a bit of pressure, let's see how much. Sitting at 14 psi there, so probably 16 pound to pop the bead. It's 38 psi in it, probably 40 actually. I'm running a bit higher than 40 in the tracks on the car, but they wear the edges out if I run them at what normal pressure should be, which is really, you shouldn't have to run more than 36. I'll be given I might lose a bit of pressure under there, and I'm off to Phillip Island with a camper trailer in 2 days, so I'll pump it up this morning. I've always got my King's bumper mats for any roadside adjustments. Alright, that's it. Tyres back on the bead. Nice and even all around there. And yeah, I think some swing away wheel carriers might be a project for this rear bumper, as well as some Raptor coating, because having the spare underneath the car at the back of it like that when you do a bit of off-roading, it's just not feasible. Cheers guys.